Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday morning, and I am heading to work on this rainy Tuesday. And yesterday I worked from home, so I didn't get an opportunity to vlog. So I thought that I would tell you about my weekend now, which was actually a decent weekend. Friday, as you guys know, I took the day off so I could spend it with my son, and we had some fun. We went to sushi, which was fabulous. I actually had a piece of sushi, which I haven't had any since January in my surgery. I don't know when the last time I had it was, but I had a piece and it was really good. And then I just had some sashimi, I don't know, just some tuna, and it was delicious. So that was great. And then we went to Target and got a few things that he needed for his dorm. And then we went to see Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. Fabulous movie. I loved it. I don't know. We saw it in 3D. It was really cool. I like Tom Cruise. I know that people don't like him, or I know some people love him too. So I don't know. I've always thought he was fabulous. I used to think he was a dream. I've kind of grown out of that a little bit, especially with his whole religious beliefs and stuff. I'm not there with him, so that's different. But yeah, he's still an awesome actor as far as I'm concerned, and I love most everything he's in. So this one was no exception. It was really good, and it was a 2.5 hour movie, and I was thinking, oh goodness, that's a long movie. It didn't seem like 2.5 hours. It was really, really good. And then Saturday night I made steak sandwiches, and I had Alex's girlfriend over, and they both loved them. Alex, that's his favorite thing that I make, so I enjoyed that. And they're super easy to make, and I have not done a video on them, and I kind of thought about doing one because I know I don't have a Foodie Friday for this week either, but honestly, with everything that was going on, it just wasn't an opportune time for me to video it. But it's super easy. I will just tell you really quickly what I do, and then I will try to make a video sometime later in the year. But you just take a steak, and I try to get something that is, you know, I'm awful at picking out steak, but I pick out something that looks good with not a lot of fat, and then I just cut it into really thin slices. Or you can buy probably like stir fry meat or something like that if you wanted to. I don't know. I've just always cut it with the steak, and then I cut up an onion and I just kind of leave it in rings, but then I cut it in half. And then I like mushrooms, but not everybody in my house does, so I get a big container of mushrooms because the more the better, for as far as I'm concerned, and Alex likes them too. And then you need a garlic toast, French bread, like the whole thing, and you could either use it with cheese or without cheese, whatever you prefer. I just use the garlic toast, and then I put my own cheese on it. I put provolone on half of it, and I put cheddar jack, the hot cheese, cheddar jack, no, jalapeno jack, I don't know, the hotter cheese on the other side, because that's what Alex prefers, and I like either, and my husband prefers the provolone, and Katie prefers provolone, so, and Aaron preferred provolone. So I actually made 2 French bread sandwiches when I did this, and I had leftovers, but I made 2 French bread things, and I did one with provolone and one with jalapeno hot cheese, whatever that's called. And so you put the beef in the skillet, and I added a little bit of A1 and a little bit of soy sauce, and I let it get all brown. While that's browning, I go ahead and toast the French bread in the oven per the directions of the French bread, and then when those are done, I take those out, and I put the, yikes, I put, after the meat was almost done, I went ahead and added the onions and let them saute with the beef, get them all nice and yummy, and then I put those, drain the liquid if there's any, there wasn't much, drain the liquid, put those on the sandwiches because I don't want soggy sandwiches, and then I sauteed the mushrooms in the leftover A1 and mixture from the beef. I sauteed the mushrooms in that, and then I put the mushrooms on top of one of them, and then I put the cheddar jack cheese on top of that, and then the other one I put the provolone cheese with no mushrooms. Then I put the lid on them, and I baked it for, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 minutes. And then I went ahead and opened it up, and then I reopened the sandwich, which was all gooey with cheese and stuff, but it wasn't too gooey. It was still just perfect. And I opened it up so that I could broil it for about a minute just to get it all nice and hot and yummy. And then I put the topper on, and that was enough heat to melt the remaining part of the cheese. And so the sandwich like all stuck together, you know, the cheese and the top, and it was just delicious. And I ate a little bit of it as well. I cut myself about an inch slice, and I didn't eat all of the bread, but I did eat some of it just to have it all together and taste it. But then what I did is I just took a little bit of the meat and a little bit of the mushrooms and had that on the side. But it was delicious, and the kids loved it, and Dennis loved it, so it's a hit. So I would suggest that for sure if you guys are looking for something easy to do. I mean, literally it takes 20 minutes. It was super fast and super delicious, and we just served it with Doritos. I just let the kids, I poured them in a bowl, let the kids have at it. You know, a healthier side would probably be good, but it's my boy. And then, so Sunday, it ended up just being Alex and I going to IU. So we stopped at this little Mexican restaurant that we had stopped at before, and we loved it. We shared some chicken nachos, and I just ate a little tiny bit of nachos and not even very much meat, but it was really good. And the bill was like $7.55 or something for both of us to eat a great lunch. And we still had leftover, even from one plate of the chicken nachos. Crazy. And it was just nacho chips on the bottom with shredded chicken that had peppers and onions in it and cheese. So it was fabulous for me. It worked out great. And Alex loved it too. So there wasn't a lot of like vegetables or any of that, but it got to the protein, which was fabulous for me. And then we had to check into his dorm. Now he is staying at a different dorm for these 2 weeks than he will be in for the whole year. So the first 2 weeks, and then he moves on the 10th of August to his new dorm. So we checked him into his dorm, and we moved his stuff up. We got to meet his roommate for the 2 weeks. Very nice kid. Ooh, lots of traffic. I don't know what's going on. His name is Zach, and he kind of looked like a 1950s guy with his hair kind of slicked back, and he had on the rimmed glasses, and he was really, I thought, very handsome, and I thought it was cute that he looked like that. And he is from Indiana, so a different part of Indiana, but yeah, I think that Alex and him will get along fine. Alex was hopeful, and he was a little bit skeptical about things, and I could tell he was a little nervous, maybe a little bit scared, but he's doing okay. He's doing all right. We had some time because he had a class on Sunday that started at 4, and they were meeting at 3:40 so that they could all walk there together. And so we had a little bit of time to kill before he had to do that. So we just took a drive. We drove around the campus. We tried to get our bearings of different things. I showed him where the mall was, showed him how to get on the bus and what he would need to do if he wanted to go to the mall because he doesn't have his car. I drove him around some of the cooler places in Bloomington that seem to be cooler now. They weren't always cooler when I was there, which has been almost 30 years ago, which is crazy. But it was fun. It was really cool, and we talked a lot, and yeah, I think that he's going to be fine. It's just going to take some adjustment. And then dropping him off was, of course, hard. I was crying like a crazy woman, but I think I hid it pretty well from him, which was nice. And my goal was not to cry in front of him. And I did a pretty decent job. There were a couple, my eyes were watered and maybe a tear fell, but I think I did a pretty decent job of holding it back from him. And I did give him the open win cards that I had made, and he really seemed to like that. So that was pretty cool. He sent me a text and said that I was the best mom ever, and he had a picture of the first card that he had opened. So sweet. He's such a good, kind hearted kid. I just love him to pieces. So if you guys could think about him and maybe say a prayer that he adjusts well and does great things, because I know he will. He is definitely a superstar. So I am excited to see what his future holds, and I am so thrilled for this opportunity for him, because I know it can be, you know, I don't know. He has his wings now. He's going to be able to fly, so that's pretty cool. I'm thrilled for him. But it makes it hard for Mama. And so Katie is still home for about a month, which is great. So I'll love her to pieces while she's home. I have mail out to Alex already for his new dorm. So when he gets there, he'll have some happy mail from his mom. And of course, you know, we're all going to go up there on that Friday to move him from his dorm to his new dorm, and we're going to bring all of his stuff, because he only brought the essentials the first time. So he has lots of clothes and a printer and, you know, all of his stuff for college in this round. So we'll be bringing that up. I think I did tell you that he got the approval for the air conditioner, so he needs to do that. And we need to get an air conditioner. Now, I have an air conditioner in my room, in one of my rooms, and I don't use that room anymore. It used to be my old scrapbook room, and I don't even hardly go in there anymore. So I'm kind of thinking I might just take the air conditioner out of that and let him have that, if that's how that can work. And I think it is. I don't know why it wouldn't. So I'll probably do that. That way I don't have to worry about buying another one. And since I don't use that room anyway, it's not that big of a deal. His roommate, he did learn who his roommate is. He looks really sweet and cute. I think looks great. I don't know what Alex is going to think about it, but we shall see. What else? Oh, his roommate has a refrigerator, so he doesn't need one of those. So I think that's good. I mean, together they kind of have just about everything they need. They don't have a microwave, but I'm not sure that they need a microwave, given that there's a microwave on every floor. So I don't know. Alex said that he would let me know that he's not sure if he wants one or not. So I will let him decide that, and we'll figure it out. But yeah, that's what I did all weekend. And then I started knitting some. I did some really cute things that I know I still haven't showed you guys, and I've promised that I will, and I really will. But goodness, I don't know what my problem is with videos. Sometimes I just don't feel like doing them. Crazy, but I will get there, I promise. But I hope that you guys have a lovely day. I know that it's dreary and rainy here, but it's actually kind of nice. We need it, and it's kind of cozy, to be honest. So I will talk with you all soon. I'm looking forward to going to get my coffee in the office and getting my head down and getting some stuff done. So I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Here we are on the way to Bloomington. Getting off on the exit. Just a second. So I'm videoing it, so I can share it with my friends. On the phone camera than it does in real life, but it doesn't. I mean, it's perfect weather actually. Okay, we're taking the College Avenue exit. All the construction. There's the IU symbol over here on the left. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not.